Hello everyone, my name is Cameron, welcome back to the channel, and yes, I know, it's a weird camera angle, and we haven't been in this camera angle for a long time. The reason we're doing this camera angle is because I didn't feel like going to the basement because I'm lazy. So, today we're doing the Hell in a Cell 2019 review. I'm sorry that it's taking 2 days, because I actually didn't watch this till Monday. I'm sorry it's taking 2 days for this to go up. So, let's get into it as quick as we can and get through this. So we have the first match, a women's singles match on the pre-show, Natalya versus Lacey Evans. There was no predictions for this. Me and Jesse didn't get the chance to predict this match before we realized it was a match. Back and forth between the two, wrestling control away from one another. Lacey takes control and starts working on Natty's left knee. Lacey goes for the sharpshooter, but Natty counters, sending Lacey outside. Natty avoids the moonsault. Sharpshooter gets locked in. Lacey taps. No predictions. 8 out of 10 on the match. After the match, Natalya hit Lacey with the women's right, dropping her. It was a really good match. Continues the feud. They actually had another match, a last woman standing match on Raw that Natalya won, seemingly ending the feud. But obviously going forward with this week and the draft and all that, we'll see if that's the case. We'll see if that is actually the end of the feud. Next, match number 2, we have the Raw Women's Championship Hell in a Cell match. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Prediction was Lynch for both. And for those of you wondering, the other 4 matches that were announced for the card were predicted on my Twitter. So when I say I have a prediction, me and Jesse have predictions for those, it's because I did in fact predict them. We didn't just, write somebody down. Sasha starts attacking Becky before the cell is fully lowered, just like Sasha vs. Charlotte in the cell. Then locked outside, like Sasha vs. Charlotte. Sasha slams her against the cell wall a few times before heading inside and taunting like a cunt. She rolls back out and Becky kicks the cell door into her face. Becky takes the chain from the cell door and brings it inside, attacking Sasha with it. She wrapped it around her fist and started punching Sasha with it. Sasha tries to escape, but Becky attacks her against the cell wall some more. Becky locks the door. Sasha's starting to take control. Becky gets a ladder and a table, but Sasha starts attacking her with a chair before she can do anything with them. Sasha sets the ladder up against the cell wall, and Becky attacks her with a chair. Sasha kicks the chair into Becky's face. Back and forth strikes. Becky gets hit by double knees into the ladder. Sasha attacks Becky's left arm, slams it into the cell door and in a chair. Double knees to Becky for a 2 count. Sasha screams and has a tantrum like, bitch, it's a double knees. What the fuck do you think was going to happen? Sasha sets a chair up on the cell wall hanging from the legs. Like, the legs were in the cell wall. Becky kicks the chair into Sasha's stomach. Not that one, but a different one. Kicks her into the cell wall. Beck explodes her into the cell wall. Becky unfolds the chair and sets it upside down. Drop toe hold, sending Sasha into the upside down chair for a 2 count. That could have gone very poorly and very bad had Sasha been too far to one side. She would have literally had the chair go into her eye. It could have been very gruesome. Missile drop kick, sending the chair into Sasha. Sasha attacking with a kendo stick. She has 2 now. Sets them up through the cell walls, much like the Usos did against the New Day. God, that match was so much fucking awesome. It was so fucking awesome. Becky catches herself and slams Sasha into them. Becky sets an open chair on top of them, adds another kendo stick for stability. She sets Sasha on the chair, runs off the apron, and drop kicks Sasha as she's sitting on the chair. Leg drop from the top rope for a 2 count. Fans start chanting table. Backstabber takes Lynch down, punches Becky into the corner by the table. Sasha sets up a superplex, but Becky reverses it. Sets up a powerbomb, but Banks avoids it. Double knees through the table for a 2 count. Sasha sets up a Banks statement with a kendo stick. Becky gets out of it and takes the kendo stick and attacks Sasha with it. Becky gets thrown into the chair set up in the wall. Sasha throws in a lot of chairs, like at least 10. Attacks Becky's arm with a chair on top of the pile of chairs. Becky throws a chair at Sasha. Beck explodes her from up top onto the chairs. Disarmor locked in. Banks taps 1-0 on predictions. 20 out of 10. It was probably the best Hell in a Cell match I've seen in a few years. Match number 3, what is now a tornado tag team match, or as Michael Cole likes to call it, a tornado match. Shut the fuck up, Michael. It's a tornado tag team match, not a tornado match, you fucking moron. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Prediction was Harper and Rowan for both Jesse and myself. Bryan and Roman in control after a bit of attacking from Harper and Rowan. Going for a spear, but Roman gets hit by a big kick from Harper. Roman being double-teamed as Daniel's down. Then Daniel being double-teamed as Roman is down outside. Roman saves Daniel from a big tag move, and Daniel gets a 2 count off of a roll-up. Harper breaks up the label lock on Rowan. Suplex as Harper sent Daniel into Rowan's arms. Tag team powerbomb reversed by Daniel sends Rowan into the post, starts attacking Harper. Rowan breaks up a pin after a Michinoku driver. Rowan grabs the rope and takes Roman down outside. Daniel drop kicks him and starts going after it. Harper, corner yes kicks, attacks the knee as Harper avoids the corner drop kick. Yes kicks, switches legs a bit. Harper hits Roman with a suicide dive and hits the table face first. It was really bad. It could have gone a lot worse. Rowan then sets up, along with Harper, set up the Spanish, German, and American announce tables. Pulls off the covering for the LED board. Rowan slams Reigns down and slams Harper onto him. Rowan tears the barricade off and slams it into Roman, sending him over the other side of the barricade. Rowan breaks the pencil. He grabs the pencil. He's like, look at this, and then snaps it in half. I was like, wow, so fucking cool. Like, oh my god, you guys. He broke a fucking pencil. Oh my god, we got a badass over here. He broke a fucking pencil. The sick, sadistic bastard. Tag team powerbomb on the table, reversed by Daniel. Roman spears Rowan through the German announce table. Corner drop kicks to Harper. Sets Harper up on the turnbuckle. Hurricane Rana gets reversed. Massive sit-out powerbomb by Daniel. Or not by Daniel, onto Daniel by Harper. For a 2 count. Superman punch, running knee, spear. Roman and Daniel win. 1-1 on predictions. 10 out of 10. I don't know if that's the way it should have went. It seems like they just killed a lot of the momentum Rowan and Harper had, which makes me sad because I thought they were going to do something cool with them. But no. Roman and Daniel won. I'm guessing they're continuing the feud going the next few months. We'll see where it goes on Friday and after the draft in the next week. Match number 4, men's singles match. Randy Orton versus Ali. Prediction, I predicted Ali. Jesse predicted Orton. Orton keeping control from the start of the match. Stomping on Ali's stomach and chest. Sets up the announce table. Ali flips out and hits Randy with a drop kick before Orton can slam him on the table. Orton in control as Ali tries to fight back, getting in some hard strikes on Orton. Suicide dive to Randy, sending him over the announce table, attacking Orton against the barricade. Power slam by Orton for a 2 count. 450 gets avoided. RKO gets avoided. A tornado DDT takes Orton down. Heads up top, the 450 is once again avoided. Hits a draping DDT, and RKO gets reversed by a handstand, which was the coolest reversal I've ever seen. Ali rolls him up. Now, I think that's where it should have fucking ended, right there. That roll up after the handstand RKO reversal, done and over with. 2 count. Slingshot X Factor reversed by an RKO. Orton wins. Jesse's 2-1 on predictions. I'm 1-2. Ali fucks me over again. Like, I love Ali, but damn, man, that's the second time in the last 2 years that I've gone for Ali on a match, and he's fucked me over. So, match number 5, the Women's Tag Team Championship match with Bliss and Cross versus the Kabuki Warriors. Predictions, Bliss and Cross for both. We'll actually talk about these teams in a little bit from some Raw stuff, but I gotta wait until the end of this because it does involve the SmackDown Women's Champion as well. Bliss and Cross holding control. Kabuki Warriors starting to take it back. Kabuki Warriors are in control, and Kairi attempts to pin Alexa as Nikki distracts the ref accidentally, not really realizing she was distracting her. It was really funny. Kairi went to do her, she was doing her, pirate stomp thing. She walked over towards Nikki, and she's like, boop, and booped her on the nose, and then went and attacked Alexa. It was awesome. Alexa tags in Nikki, takes down Kairi, random spotlight shining through most of the match. It pissed me and Jesse off because we were trying to focus on the match and the spotlight was just in the background the entire time. Kairi goes up top after avoiding a swinging neck breaker, insane elbow to the knees, draping neck breaker by Nikki. Asuka breaks it up. Asuka with some yes kicks to Nikki, kicking Nikki in the face. Not like Brie Bella doing the yes kicks, kicking Liv Morgan in the face, but this was actually something she was trying to do. It was the ones where she holds her head and then kicks her like that, like right up there. Yeah, you know what I mean. If you want to see it, go watch the highlights. Nikki regained control over Asuka. Alexa attacking Kairi. Nikki checks on her, turns around, and Asuka gets her with the green mist, followed by a big kick. The Kabuki Warriors win. Jesse's 2-2. I'm 1-3. 10 out of 10. We loved the ending, but we were a little bit pissed that Bliss and Cross lost because apparently they were looking to retire the Women's Tag Team Championships because of the brand split, which kind of pisses me off because they've only been around for like 8 or 9 months, and it's like, dude, who cares? Keep them. They're fantastic championships, and they're getting these people used very well, and I love it. But like I said, we'll talk more about the Kabuki Warriors, Bliss and Cross, and just later on. Match number 6, we have the men's 6-man tag team match, the OC versus the Viking Raiders and Tibby Nellis. The prediction was for both Jesse and myself is Viking Raiders and their mystery partner. We had so many things. We were saying so many things. We were like, oh, John Morrison. Oh, randomly CM Punk. Probably Cedric Alexander. Maybe Ricochet. It ended up being Braun Strowman. And the OC have a new song, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, the mystery partner for the Viking Raiders is Braun Strowman. Boo. We'll talk more about Braun Strowman after this as well. Viking Raiders in control. Strowman hasn't come in the match yet. Gets taken down by Gallows immediately. The OC in control. Eric fighting back against Anderson. Styles tagged in and stops him from getting the tag. Strowman tagged in finally. Shoulder tackles. Woo! Clothesline in the corner. Woo! Braun Strowman doing the same 5 moves he always fucking does. Runs down the OC outside the ring, set into the post. Eric breaks up the calf crusher. Phenomenal forearm takes down Ivar. Styles set in the turnbuckle. Anderson takes him down from behind. Big boot. They start dominating on Braun Strowman. Bell rings. DQ win for Strowman and the Viking Raiders. 3-2 for Jesse. 2-3 for me. 6 out of 10. Viking Raiders take down Gallows and Anderson with suicide dives. Strowman throws Styles in the corner. Styles reverses him. Phenomenal forearm gets caught with a punch. And Braun went on to talk about this, like, hey, Tyson, look at... Because if you don't know what happened on Friday Night SmackDown, Tyson Fury, the undefeated for a decade, I didn't know he was undefeated for a decade, lineal heavyweight champion boxer, and Braun Strowman had a little face-to-face, and Braun keeps talking about, oh, I knocked him out with 1 punch. How about that? Dude, no one in WWE apparently knows physics at all, because it was not Braun's fist that knocked AJ out, but AJ's selling on it. Holy shit, AJ's selling on that fucking punch was awesome. He sold it for so fucking long. He sold it so well. Give the man an Oscar. He has a black eye now, which looked really cool. I don't know if it was an actual black eye, but it looked awesome. But it was all the velocity and momentum of AJ jumping off the ropes. I could do some significant damage, and I'm a weak son of a bitch. Like, I'm pretty fucking weak. I'm not super strong up here. Like, I'm strong leg-wise, but not too much arm-wise. I could do some significant damage if somebody jumped off the rope that fucking fast with that amount of momentum. Braun and Tyson had a little scuffle. On Raw yesterday. Sorry, 2 days ago. And it is actually looking like it's going to set up for some sort of match. So there is apparently going to be an announcement this week, I think on Thursday, so tomorrow or Friday, something like that, of something involving Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Braun Strowman, and Tyson Fury. So I can only imagine it's going to be Cain Velasquez, although apparently he's going for knee surgery, so who knows. Cain Velasquez and versus Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel, and Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel. Or Tyson and Brock, oddly, versus Cain and Braun, even more oddly. I guess we'll see going forward. But yeah, Tyson Fury is going to knock him out in 1 fucking punch. I'm going to love it. And they did a poll saying, oh, who do you think is going to win this match? Like, who do you think would win this face-off? And, like, 68% of people voted for Braun Strowman. You guys, he is a kayfabe tough guy. Yes, he was in strongman competitions, but that's not a whole lot. That's just being muscular. Tyson Fury has been undefeated for a decade and won heavyweight championship after heavyweight championship, and even called Braun out on that, saying, how many heavyweight championships have you won? And I was like, fuck yeah, Tyson Fury's a goddamn badass. Some backstage 24/7 championship stuff interrupted the Street Profits. Tamina wins the title, knocks Tyler Breeze on his ass, poor Prince Pretty, and then Carmella and R-Truth go running after him, or her. Match number 7, men's singles match, King Corbin versus Chad Gable. Prediction was Gable for both. Corbin dubs Chad Shorty Gable, very close to the rumored Shorty G repackaging that kind of popped up when the King of the Ring tournament started. Gable attacking Corbin right out of the gate. Corbin taking control now, sends Gable into the post shoulder first. Big spine buster for a 2 count. O'Connor roll German suplex for a 2 count. Big powerbomb by Corbin for a 2 count. Gable attacking the leg of Corbin using the post to attack it. Deep 6 for a 2 count, swinging neck breaker followed by a moonsault for a 2 count. Ankle lock in on Corbin, goes under the rope, holds the lock until the 4 count. Good job, Chad. Corbin grabs the scepter, roll up as the ref goes to grab the scepter. Greg Hamilton announces him as Shorty Gable. You son of a bitch, Greg. Gable wins 10 out of 10, 4-2 for Jesse, 3-3 for me. Corbin just has bad luck with refs, you guys. He's just an STD. He's a super tough dude, guys. An STD. Match number 8, SmackDown Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. Prediction was Flair for both. Tamina is over by the international announce tables. She used Funaki, #1 human shield, as a human shield. R-Truth almost fought him. He's like getting ready to crane kick him, but he backs away, bows to him, and then Tamina throws Funaki into R-Truth. Truth wins the title back. Charlotte, and then we actually get into the real match. Charlotte in control, trying to take it to a very resilient Bayley. Bayley taking control and focusing her attacks on Charlotte's legs. Charlotte gets control back, focusing on Bayley's legs. Natural selection. Bayley gets the bottom rope. Fall-away slam to Bayley outside the ring. Figure 4. Bayley rolls up for a 1 count. Bayley goes for a pin with her feet on the ropes. Ref catches her. Big boot to Bayley. Figure 4. Bridge to the figure 8. Charlotte wins 10 out of 10. Charlotte is a 10-time champion. Jesse's 5-2. I'm 4-3. Bayley throws a tantrum. Maybe full heel turn? But to what happened on Raw, the Kabuki Warriors faced off against the team of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, giving Becky Lynch her first pinfall loss on WWE TV since May 2018 after getting green misted and rolled up by the Kabuki Warriors to end the match. It's a very good match. I love the fact that they're using green mist. I love the fact that it seems like maybe Kyrie and Asuka are going to turn heel, or they're going to be Eddie Guerrero style faces. I don't know. I love it. I'm very excited to see where this goes forward. If they really do retire the tag belts, I'm going to cry. I'm going to be kind of sad because, like, I think they're really fun. They add a lot of story stuff. And apparently the 24/7 championship is only going to be defended on YouTube now, which stops that cross-branded stuff. So, yeah. Match number 9, Universal Championship Hell in a Cell match. Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. Prediction was The Fiend for both. Backstage with Chad Gable gets called Shorty again. Corbin attacks him after he finishes his interview. The badassery of The Fiend's entrance once again. The entire ring is coated in red light. It's like we're actually in hell. I really love that effect during the match. The red light bathing the entire arena, or the entire ring and ring area in red was awesome. Seth attacks The Fiend with the kendo stick. No reaction. The Fiend hits a Uranagi on him, gets control, slamming Seth in the steps, the sides of the cell. Seth dives, hitting him with the steps. Seth gets the table out, suicide dive, a second, caught on the next one after setting up the table. Sister Abigail into the side of the cell, yowie wowie chants. Thank you, Sacramento. Rollins breaks out of the attempt of a Uranagi through the table, frog splash to The Fiend through the table, super kick, stomp, The Fiend gets right back up, a second, Sister Abigail for a 2 count. Literally snaps Seth's neck, like he did that, and Seth just starts fucking twitching. A+ selling. The Fiend pulls out his big mallet. I made a joke about The Fiend potentially, like, Rowan and Harper potentially reforming like the Bludgeon Brothers sort of, and re-teaming up with Bray as The Fiend, and then he pulled out the big mallet. I'm like, see, Jesse? I told you, man. I was like, see? It makes sense. He's got the big mallet and everything. Uses slam Rollins into the cage, super kick, stomp onto the mallet, jumping knee, a second, super kick, a second, a curb stomp, a second, a third. The crowd is starting to boo. Come on, guys. The Fiend gets up. The crowd starts cheering. A pedigree, another stomp. The Fiend kicks out at 1. More stomps. I think it was like 4 or 5. I think in total there was like 12 stomps done just this match. Seth grabs a chair. Chair shot to the head for a 1 count. Grabs the ladder out. Slams the chair onto his face with the ladder. Grabs out like 3 kendo sticks and a fucking toolbox. Sets the ladder on his throat, sets the chair under it on his face, slams the toolbox onto the ladder and the chair. More boos. Come on, guys. Shut the fuck up. Seth grabs a sledgehammer out. He goes to hit it. The ref tries to stop him, and then he fucking slams it down onto his face. Referee calls for the bell. The match ends in a no contest. Fans start booing, chanting AEW, and getting pissed the fuck off. 6 out of 10. Jesse ends 5-on-3. I end 4-on-4. Now, really quick, before we get into the post stuff. 1, this was apparently said it was a disqualification at first, which then got deleted from the WWE social media site and put up as a referee stoppage. The referee has now come out saying that he thought that Seth would do anything it would take, or would do anything to get the win, and he saw that and thought about the competitor's safety and decided to call the match. I think this was the right decision. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but I think that The Fiend's not ruined. A lot of people said, oh, The Fiend's ruined now because he didn't get the championship. No, because he didn't lose the match. The match ended in a no contest. I didn't change the other things. Okay, yeah, I did change them to the right ones. The match ended in a no contest, meaning The Fiend gets saved. He looks like an undeniable badass, especially with what's about to be talked about, and they get to set up for another match, although apparently he was injured. But he did pop up after Raw, after the huge Tyson Fury brawl, and destroyed Cesaro after Cesaro got knocked out in 1 punch by Tyson Fury when the camera stopped rolling. Sasha did not pop up, though, so it does seem like her injury is legitimate. But yeah, so let's get on to what happened, and you guys can decide for yourselves on if you think the Fiend character was ruined, or if you think that he looks like a bigger badass. Just remember everything I just told you about what happened. Seth gets caught in the mandible claw when he goes over the Fiend's body and checks on him. He then beats the shit out of him for about 15 minutes. Seth exposes the concrete outside, hits his sister Abigail onto the exposed concrete, does a mandible claw, which arguably he's literally just squeezing a blood pack in his hand when he's doing this, but Seth's mouth is draping blood, fades to black, Fiend's up, like, Fiend goes up to the stage, it fades to black, you hear his laughter, and that's how the show ends. Like, I'm not fucking joking. The show ended with the Fiend standing tall and Seth Rollins being a bloody mess, and people somehow think the Fiend didn't get a good showing in this situation. I think that's the best possible thing that could have happened. He got so many things thrown at him and so many fucking massive things smashed on him. Sledgehammers, toolboxes, chairs, ladders, kendo sticks, everything that you could possibly throw at someone to try to win a match, to the point where the referee had to stop it because the Fiend was not moving, to then have him be standing at the end of the night. I think the Fiend looks like an undeniable badass at the end of the show. No question. Now again, people could disagree with me, that's why it's an opinion. I just, in my opinion, I think the Fiend even looks more crazy and fucking psychotic than he did before, because of this. Now, arguably, I would have loved to have seen the Fiend win the championship. I don't know if it would have been a good idea to put it on in this early. Look back to Ronda Rousey when she faced Nia Jax, and then Alexa cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase and stopped the match, and Ronda won by DQ, but she still lost. She still didn't get the title, and it making her character better because she didn't get the title too soon. Yes, Bray Wyatt is a character, or is a wrestler who's been around for a while, but the Fiend is a new character, and I really don't want that character being ruined by an early title run. Again, my opinion. And I think this is the perfect way to continue it. You don't take the title off Seth, which arguably he may need to have it a little bit longer, especially if they're writing the Fiend off TV for the time being until they want to set it up for another match. And the best part is the Fiend didn't lose. The Fiend didn't lose the match. He still won. And I can't wait to see where it goes from this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Stay golden. Peace.